Good morning, friends. Ann here, got my Bible, got the Word of God, and on the way to fill up this mug with some coffee. But before we get started, today's reading is 1 Kings chapter 17, verses 7 through 16. I want to read it to us, and then we'll talk about it. It says this. Sometime later, the brook dried up because there had been no rain in the land. Then the word of the Lord came to him, "Go at once to Zarephath of Sidon and stay there. I have commanded a widow in that place to supply you with food." So he went to Zarephath. When he came to the town gate, a widow was there gathering sticks. He called her and asked, "Would you bring me a little water in a jar so I may have a drink?" As she was going to get it, he called, "And bring me, please, a piece of bread." "As surely as the Lord your God lives," she replied, "I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. I am gathering a few sticks to take home and make a meal for myself and my son that we may eat it and die." Elijah said to her, "Don't be afraid. Go home and do as you have said. But first, make a small cake of bread for me from what you have and bring it to me. And then make something for yourself and your son. For this is what the Lord your God, the God of Israel, says, the jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day the Lord gives rain on the land." So she went away and did as Elijah had told her. So there was food every day for Elijah and for the woman and her family, for the jar of flour was not used up, and the jug of oil did not run dry, in keeping with the word of the Lord spoken by Elijah. Friends, you may say, "Ann, what does this have to do with me and my life?" Here was this widow. She had very little. As a matter of fact, so little that she thought that she would go and use what she had and then just go home and die. Like she had given up all hope because of the limitation of her resources. And what Elijah said to her was, "Actually, God has told me that your not enough is more than enough in his hands." Friends, you know what I get, and this passage actually reminds me of, is whenever I was younger in my Christian walk, I always wanted to be someone who would just give everything to God, just like I was just going to pour it all out. And at the end of my days, there would be nothing left. So I wanted to give and give and give. But friends, do you know what I found? Is that whenever I gave to God, there was always more to give. That when I gave even the little energy that I have, even the little resources that I had, whenever I thought, this is it, this is the end of all that I have to give, God daily just continues to reproduce that in my life. And friends, I want you to know that my not enough is always more than enough when it is offered to God. Here she thought she didn't have enough, but God continued to supply her daily, not with a huge storeroom of extras all at once, but daily, as she needed it. It never ran out. So friends, if you think you have not enough, I want you to give it to God and know that it will be more than enough. Have a good day.